What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the third studio album by American hip hop group Onyx. Based this product is called Shut 'Em Down, and it came out in the late spring of 1998. So the fair about this particular product here is this is a request by Rush on as far as these physical albums. So I'm going to get to this one within these aspects. It's the last of the three ones that he requested for the Onyx series, and the last of the ones of the three series, the three that he requested with Nas and Coolio as well, pitches like that. So some good type pitch to get to these here. Definitely some excellent type variety. So this particular album has some good type flair about it. It has seemingly similarities to Wu-Tang Forever, Wu-Tang's double album from 1997. I remember pieces of that particular album. I forget leftover vibes like Triumph and some of those type pitches throughout like the mid late 90s, kind of as an alternative. Now this does not have like the glam type factor. This particular album does not have like the glam type factor of the way 97, 98 kind of East Coast hip hop kind of was with Biggie, Puffy, and Mace to certain extents within those pitches. But this is kind of the format. This is some burgeoning type stuff just to miss the pitch that a brand spanking new DMX is on here within some of these pitches, which is excellent type ordeals. He was tearing apart the NY type scene pitches like that. And basically Wu Tang Clan virtually Wu-Tang Clan in their prime have some havings to do with this particular product. Nori is on here. Big Pun is surprisingly on here. Good pitches like that. An early bird, kind of 50 Cent, one of his seemingly earliest appearances. Pretty good product to get him on here. There's a minor song or two within the product that feels like some varieties of what G Unit was going to eventually do in the 2000s. So it's pitches like that. Pretty burgeoning type out. Once again, Onyx continues to prove that they had a pretty good foothold and staple amongst like the burgeoning miss like the trend shifts of like the 90s as far as those pitch albums. So this is 3 for 3 with them within these pitches. About I'd say this is a 10 out of 10 album here. Some of these type formats. Now it's not quite as haunting as the 1995 album by Onyx, and it's not quite as like boom bap and kind of more just drooping. I mean, it has like one particular song, the lead single you hear out this product returns it to like their early days. The worst kind of has some of those type fares, but for the most part, a lot of this has to do with like creepings along within these pitches. Definitely the product, a very sauntering, just creepy, crawly type aspects of the tone as far as these tones going to have them within the pitch of definitely on the go. Some products that just snack run type fare and pitches like that. Missed the commerce like some extra type products on here as well. So it's just kind of the pitch of 3-6 Mafia kind of style snack run some of these type pitches to miss the Pharaoh like City Traverse with like a mild kind of mafioso type flavor pitches like that, but just kind of in a more NY and Wu Tang type sense. Some of those type pitches just kind of miss the product. Definitely get some smoke fair in your system. Some of these type fairs just to miss the pitch of probably hitting up Hella Quiznos. Some of these type pitches just getting like a good couple ice cold Budweiser. Some of these type pitches within ton as far as the fair is going to happen. Now it's just kind of within the pitch as far as saying within the aspect. Some of this kind of it does feel city bound within these products, but it also feels more within the residential type fair. Just kind of more within the product of less kind of having to do with like the work type product and miss. I mean, there's some ones on here that have the aspect of like at least having some shit to do within the product of just like being productive, but it's kind of the fair. It just doesn't feel as serious within like the aspect of like the edge factor and the glaredness is definitely on here, but it's just kind of miss a pitch that just doesn't have as much kind of within the fray typeness of really being full bound kind of miss the makeshift type fair. So it's just kind of pitch as far as saying you get the product of this kind of the aspects that just appreciating like a good few zags with pals. Some of these type pitches, just some, putting some smoke in the air. Some of these type products that just to miss the shift of kind of the way Wu Tang probably more or less would have been had they not gotten to their capital type appeal so quickly. So it's just kind of missed the pitch, but it's kind of the format. Some of these type ones to some charting singles on here within like the later shift to the Billboard 100 pitches like that. It's dope to get like a good extra kind of DMX type song within pitches like that. 50 cents on one of the singles off one of these as well. There's just some good type pitches. So yeah, 10 out of 10 album pitches like that. I recommend basically every song on here minus the Shut 'Em Down remix, which unfortunately that does have Big Pun on there and he shreds that particular song, but this didn't do that much difference from like the original. But yeah, the fair about this album's pretty significant. So yeah, the worst is a nice one's like good swashed and super. The worst is nice on here is like good swashed and super drooping kind of neighborhood jaunt to get within these products here. Just rainy kind of Oreo type runs, pitches like that. So dismiss the ordeal as far as some of these type fairs. Just random type jumps for some of these type products. Just pick up some goodies like that. It's kind of the aspect of very similar to Halftime by Nas, some of those type ones off of like particular Back the Fuck Up from Onyx as far as this gonna have just that early type fair within pitches like that. Just some of those type ones, it feels like standard kind of hot box type material, dismiss the pitch alike. The particular fray of this basically kind of red eyes and golden eyes type fair within the aspect, just some move arounds just within the aspect of particular kind of hit city commerce and pitches like that. This is that sluggish type product, pretty familiar to like the trace, just like that drooping kind of ness. A good excellent product there. Shut 'em down's the second single that says DMX on here. Good pitch like that. It's like a nice uprise and start kind of Wu Tang style kind of scream along. I'd say within these verses, my scream along. I mean, to say scream along, I mean within the commerce and just moving quickly. Pretty good commerce type one, just a jaunt for like the aspect of like some trafficking within the pitch, just vehicle traffic within the tone, of just kind of weaving along, not getting like speeding tickets to fairs like that, but just kind of missed the pitch, just like the aspect of this like neighborhood kind of Batmobile type shit within the aspect for those tones gonna have just miss the fair behind it. Good excellent type fair to scream along throughout the darkness, pitches like that as far as those press comes to dismiss the fair, but it's actually pretty scratchy within the tone. Just when I say Stark's kind of pitch, that this feels like something definitely within the pitch that Wu Tang Sons that fair. Just one of those frenetic type ones that just really has like Ghostface Killer kind of mixtape type vibes that Ghostface Killer, Method Man, some of these type folks, and 2000s kind of Don Cannon type mixtape type vibes, pitches like that with like those samples going pitch like that. So just some good, excellent city night kind of push, I'd say. If players react, it's a quality one on here. Now this has 50 Cent on here. It's interesting type pitch for some of these type ones. There's some other folks on here pitches like that, but it's like a swashed and whimsical kind of city traffic. Just pick up like some Bic lighters, pick up some Bix pitches like that. Get like random Quiznos. I'd say some of these affairs. It's kind of some day pep. So it's just kind of a miss the fair as far as saying within some of these type ones. It's kind of the aspect that is kind of within the day commerce. Not quite as grimy as like the usual type fair. Just a random kind of sunny Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. Since that pitch to the aspect for the fair is going to go. But probably just an aspect just picking up like a good healthy assortment of lighters. Some of these type products from the tone behind it. Good excellent pitches. Broke Willies is the fourth single. Now, all three of these particular ones, the first three singles charted pretty well in like the charts. Not pretty well, but just within the pitch, they were at least charting songs in like the later half of the Billboard 100, 103, 106, and those type fairs pitches like that. But it's still good singles for like the particular fair. They're usually kind of more underground type fair, but it's just good pitches like that. Yeah, Broke Willis is the four singles, like a quality uptown and old fashioned kind of 80s rap kind of jaunt here, pitches like that. Definitely reminds like Beastie Boys, particular Run DMC, LL Cool J, some of those that folks them pitches like that. Good song to grab like some brisket or barbecue, good pitch like that. Just kind of like some blueberry swishers, gonna have like a nice flavor to kind of go along with the aspects behind it. So just kind of miss the pitch. I like the particular fair. It's kind of a junkyard and kind of just uptown, kind of gravelly type sense in the aspect like the fairs behind it. Just kind of more jaunts that are more roundabout within the pitch as far as this fair is going to happen. Get some extracurricular type tasks taken care of, pitches like that, I'd say. Ghetto Stars is the pseudo. This is the fourth single, but it's combined with Broke Willie, so it's kind of more or less the fifth single. It's a real nice one. Clever type pitch within the good, excellent, original type fair, just clever type pitch for some of this, like a good new metal and rap rock style kind of club embrace to get here within these products. Just a show out type song, definitely excellent for some flossing. This kind of pitch. So this is one of those type ones that definitely feels like Cottonmouth Kings, Limp Bizkit, Crazy Town, some stuff folks in the products as far as this pitch kind of happen. Some of those type ones that you think of is kind of where it would be around like the valet type aspects and pitches like that, just kind of standing within like the standing like the line cues as far as this pitch can happen. So it's kind of cue type music. Some of these type pitches within the aspects as far as like the particular tone about it kind of goes to the pitch of just like extracurricular type noise, just the initial type products. They like the show out kind of stunt type and just kind of get crunk to good pitches like that have be a good nice pitch to sneak in like a particular kind of zigzag or two or three within those pitches before heading out to like the socialize within like the aspect like some glam factors, so good pitches like that. Actually, not a ton of real glamorous type moments. If you're looking for like a pitch that was kind of by Onyx within like the pitch of what they did off of their not off of their back the fuck up type album, like Slam, some of those type one pitches like that. Say for the most part, it's not to say it's not a social album. It's just kind of missed the pitch that the glam factor in terms of like the Friday kind of socialized type sparkiness is not as full bound. There's definitely a good series of these on here. Like I said, I recommend every song minus the Shut 'em Down remix. Those good flavors like that. But looking after it here, Raise It Up's a quality type ones, like a basic Cypher and Wu Tang kind of dope grease, I'd say, within these aspects here. Just Raise It Up's a real hit song off this product. It's like a basic Cypher and Wu Tang dope grease weavings to get within these products here. Just Fritos, I'd say. Some of these type pitches kind of pick up on the in between, just some late Arendane. Some of those type ones that just feels like typical kind of around basketball parks and parkside type fair pitches like that. Just fence kind of parks. Some of these type pitches within the product, this typical kind of building weaving alleyway type fair within pitches. Just like the product like city kind of noise. Dismiss aspect. These are some of the more type ones that are dismissed the weaving like traditional kind of Wu Tang out of 93, 95 pitches like that. Excellent type ordeals, good pitches. Street Niggas is a nice one. It's like amidst some city stepping, I'd say here. This reminds like a jazzy kind of Cameron and Ghostface Killer type product pitches like that. Some type fairs about it. It's kind of the pitch of this like Probably a good product to go buy a pawn shop or something like that. Just basic kind of erranding or just the product of just picking up like some gear for like the product of what would probably be some good essentials, pitches like that, or at least some recreational essentials. Some of the products, just re-up type fair products like that. Robin Vick is a hit type one off the album, as well as like a creeping and a gas kind of city paranoia to get within these products. Good pitches like that. To smoke a couple sweets and stuff. There's blueberry touch sweets pitches like that. To some homies kind of touch base. It's kind of missed the fair as far as saying within some of these type ones within the pitch behind it. It kind of has in the more particular type aspect of just like a gas kind of just so kind of reminds of more aspects from like their 1995 album pitches like that. This kind of has a more haunting type fray within the pitch as far as those formats going to go. Definitely like the product some of these type ones, but this late shift type, a hell good late shift kind of hell raise pitches like that within these ordeals. Just same sort of product, just like raise it up, but just not quite as energetic within the tone, just a little bit more. Yeah, Robin Vick would just be kind of the product of just like in route to going. Definitely say songs like Robin Vick would be a good en route to hitting up some homies, pitches like that, just to miss the frail like a trek to get there within songs that probably just the city weaving and just like, hey, I'm gonna touch base with said so and so. Some of these type pitches pick up like some goodies. Some of these type aspects get like a round, good couple bags of Doritos and get like a couple good bags of Doritos, cheddar, onion. Grab like a couple good bags of Doritos, some cheddar ruffles, some of these type pitches from the aspect, just extra type tones to the pitch, just get some standard dap going pitches like that within the ordeal as far as the pitch kind of goes like the standard layer about this song and pitch like that. Face down's a nice one on here. It's like a feeling wired and glitched out, kind of heavy smokish to get with these products. It's solid kind of club embellish, I'd say here. So this one goes along pretty well with Ghetto Stars. Not quite as rap rock, but just missed the pitch, just like kind of tore up and head swirling pitches like that. Some of these type products within the tone, just having the drink type factor, smoke type factor pretty heavily in the system. It's kind of pitch as far as like this is probably definitely a direction this album could have taken within Sunny Step Ferris, just within the glam type factor, a little bit more embellished. But Saxon type product gets some of these type ones. It's kind of the product of another good Friday, Saturday type tune, Thursday night type tune within Sunny Step pitch. Just like that good aspect. They're leave to kind of have like a night on the town pitches like that, just more in the social type fraternized pitches like that. Conspiracy is nice on here. This song harnesses Puffy and Biggie pretty well with like the mafioso kind of late shift weaving type fair pitches like that. Good nice song to grab nachos too. So some of these type ones pretty long, pretty goes along pretty well with like Raise It Up and Robin Vick and these type ones, but it's just more miss the pitch like a more noir type aspect within the tones parts of this pitch can have. Just very much feels like Puff Daddy off of No Way Out, Biggie, of songs like What's Beef, and particular like Niggas Bleed, some of those type ones off of Life After Death. So just good pitches like that. Songs like Conspiracy are like a good, nice, greasy type tune to pick up some takeout as far as this pitch comes. So dismiss the fair, just picking up, getting some good after food type product, good pitches like that. Black Dust is a nice one. It's like a swamped and burnt out kind of around needs to get with these products here. Just screech kind of paranoia, I'd say about this one. Just kind of baked, kind of sniggering pitches like that. Probably just a good meme or two or three within those pitches. The after product just in the out and arounds, but this kind of pitch, just kind of more on the go pitches like that. Just kind of the fair, just out in the fray. Some of these type pitches have missed like the night winds kind of within the aspect of whether it is bill pays or just the product, just standard turbulent, whether it is bill pays or just standard product of wanting to get some air pitches like that within those tones as far as those pitches can go. But it's just the missed aspect. Good phrase about this product as far as these phrases can go, just within the aspect of like consistent kind of city sludge, some of these type pitches. Veronica is nice on here. It's like a drunk. Veronica has some good flares about it. It's like a drunken and woozy kind of after hours saunter get within these products here. Just flames kind of turbulence, I'd say. Just divas kind of within the ruffle, just need kind of with an aspect like straightening type fair pitches like that, just kind of not as normally fine tuned, but just kind of within the pitch like the product of it. Just probably needs some Patron pitches like that within some type ordeals. Seems more in like the facet where the tables turn pitches like that. Some type of aspects of just kind of like a series of it's a series of mishap within the aspects. Not to say full bound as if it's like this horrid within those pitches, but just for the product as far as just getting a good diva back on like the right page as far as this pitch can have picking up like a fine folk like a series of shirts or something like that within those products for those tones caps. The section type pitch, just a little bit of shopping fair or something with an aspect just like relative steam release pitches like that, I'd say, kind of within product. Fuck That's a nice one on here. This reminds like 50 Cent kind of G Unit style, just like some good ducks. Fuck That's a nice one off this product. This reminds like 50 Cent G Unit kind of style type stuff. Pitches like that. It's an early bird to those particular formats that was getting ready to happen a few years later. Pitches like that. It's like a dust shift kind of get alongs, I'd say here. Just post up real nice, get some money as far as these pitches kind of go. And more or less basically hustle type 2 and pitches like that, but just kind of missed the fair of like this early bird to like the pitch of what was getting ready to happen like the 2000s type deck. Fuck That's a nice early bird to what was getting ready to happen like the 2000s type decade pitches like that with some of these DJ drama, more mixtape type style type gems pitches like that within like the standard bustle and day grit as far as these first games. So just a good soulful type one. Definitely harnesses 50 Cent. Jay-Z with at least the Blueprint type album, Fat Joe and certain type senses pitch like that. It's very trendy, sparky type one, for like the aspects of what was getting ready to happen. Take That's a nice one, real snappy, quickie type song with excellent type pitches, like a nice lyrical kind of Barbary to get here. Just like some early kind of 90s Wu-Tang harness to say pitch like that. Just very songs like a very powder cake and a hot ticket as far as these pairs gonna go. To this pretty fiery type one for Sticky Fingers to really go crazy do pitches like that within its aspects for us the pitch can have. So just good fury about that one. Excellent type one that feels like Nas off the Illmatic days, Old Dirty Bastard like the mid 90s pitch like that. Some stuff there. Just typical kind of blitzkrieg type miss to get. Real good standout here. Overshine's a nice one. This is a bonus type song that's attached to basically the single The Worst as far as those pitching happen. It's like a good highlight, I'd say here. It's like a Drew kind of traffic and basic push to get within these products here. Just grab like Wendy's, just have like a good sag or something around within the product of it. Basic kind of Drew type ones. The way Fat Joe would do songs like that off of like songs like Pass Away from like the particular 2004 Terror Squad album pitches like that. It's basically kind of pink skies, kind of traffic slog within those pitches for the performance kind of just real good belated type one within pitches like that. Definite Wendy's probably tastes hella good within some type products that just the after effect like the day slag pitches like that. So just good type of ordeals have like a good Sagger 3 in your system pitches like that. Missed the ordeal, but just getting through the commerce like the day, the aspect just like a push along, getting home, getting right as far as this pitch can happen. Getting home, getting right as far as this first album. So it's excellent within the pitch as far as this album going to go. So 10 out of 10 album. Social score is going to go ahead and get. Now, within the product about it, I would say here, the aspect behind the weavings, they do throw in like the occasional kind of social club type step out pitch like that. Sometimes that probably should get a little bit blitz too. There's a good fare about these. Most of these songs on here have at least the idea of having like a Colt 45 or Steel Reserve in your system, 2 or 3 of those. Like the aspect, plenty good smoke type fare. It's a real good smoke centric type product to kind of get some of that product going, get the snacks. Get like some excellent kind of snack cakes going, pitches like that. Dismiss the fair, just even uncommon type ones like Oreos, or even some more uncommon type ones like Oreos or Star Crunch. Some of the stuff where deals in aspect, but just good type product. Keep like those aspects, just hella type runs for just the weavings pitch like that. So it's just pretty out and around just the product. Just not being so much homebound pitch like that. Just miss the fair, just like the commerce behind it. It really doesn't, like I was saying, it doesn't blend as much into full bound type makeshift type orientation about it either. It's kind of missed the pitch of just the extra product, just time to spare between like the hours probably past somewhere between 4:30, probably 4:30 in the morning, 4:30 p.m. to about 4:30 in the morning, or even further pitches like that. Just within the ordeals, just standard weavings. It's a good taste NY type thrills pitches like that. Dismiss the product. Some of those type fares. Has some early birds on here. Just prime era DMX. Wu-Tang is on here a few times. Pitches like that. These particular folks do pretty well within these aspects. It's a real capital type NY type album that seems nowadays a lot more underappreciated than it probably should. It's a pretty good staple. So I'd say within those products, I mean, it's just the fair. I'm going to give it a 10 social, but it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying just understand the product. It doesn't really have like a casual kind of anchor. They were kind of more seemingly in hardcore type territory pitch like that, which is unfortunate, but it's just kind of telling as far as saying it does have the blistering type appeal. So good pitches like that, but I look after it. In terms of the future, like Onyx does have some further type albums pitches like that. They've gotten up to at least the 2020s decade, so type fares within these pitches, but it's excellent type products to get this one here. It's just further type staple in these aspects, just really at least to say 3 for 3 with like these products and just like ones that each one of these had some degree of like viciousness within like the ordeal. The early 90s was like some good boom bap. The 1993 one was like some good drowsy kind of sleepiness, just A-Law things like Halftime by Nas and just good pitches like that. Just good excellent songs like Slam. The 1995 one was some horror type aspects similar to Cypress Hill and more haunting kind of Wu-Tang type fares. And this particular one is just more amidst like the early bird kind of burgeoning as things were starting to happen for folks and more in that city slicking type fare like 50 Cent and DMX. It's just good type pitch. They were on top of all these trends, really nailed it. Capital type album.